The last couple of weeks I spent way less time here in my workshop. And the main reason why is of course because it's winter time and the cold I can't handle anymore like I used to, and I have sometimes a little bit impression to freeze my nuts off here, but whatever. Of course that doesn't mean that I don't spend time here in the workshop. I do, but very short periods, and in fact ideal to make small little projects, like for example making a pair of these clamps, but of course for the milling machine. These are for the shaper. It's for about 2 years now that I'm pushing this little project in front of me, and why not start today? Of course these things were originally made for the shaper and they do not fit the table of the milling machine. So the plan is of course to make more or less the same like this, same dimensions, but make the 4 holes to make them fit these slots here. And because I don't have the right material, I will use these leftovers of round. Because when I checked the dimensions of this little surface here, it looked like that's gonna work. Of course they're a little bit too long, I would like to have them the same length. So let's start by cutting. Long and small parts like this. Ideal little job for the shaper, of course. The shaper will do it much faster than the milling machine. And I will put a little V-block in the bottom of the vise. This cold rolled steel, not really easy to have a nice surface finish on it, but this looks perfect. That's good. Depth of cut of 1 millimeter and a cutting speed of more or less 20 meters a minute. Two surfaces down, 6 more to go. First a couple of parallels in here, and then this one. What's nice is don't need to put a copper wire or something to line it out, because it's already rounded. This one out of the way. wood. A few days ago I ran out of energy, so I had to invest in a new power plant. Yes, back on track. Right, let's have a closer look. $25, I take it. And here they are, all nice, square and parallel. Are they? Ah, if I take my cute little square here and I check, of course I check against the light, but I got a point. This looks perfect. Other side, perfect. Flip it around, other side. All four sides are perfect. But if I take my calipers, now this is a very old Mitutoyo calipers, very good quality. In theory, this thing should now be stuck on the surfaces because it's parallel, but it isn't. I can feel that here on the top side my calipers is a little bit like a hinge point, which means the top is wider than the bottom of this thing. Or maybe it's the calipers. It is not the calipers. Let's flip this thing around. So now the wider side should be at the bottom. Let's do it again. And effective, I can feel that the hinge point is now at the bottom. Which means if you have a little bit quality calipers to check parallelism, works much better than whatever square. Of course you don't know yet how much, but therefore we have these kind of things. Right, let's drill a whole collection of holes in these things. Uh-huh. I have to change drill chucks because the table is completely lowered. viewer gift countersink that I received last week. And as you can see, I already use it. And the thing works like a charm. To install the bolts, I think I'm gonna put only 3. 1, 2, 3. Because here in the rim there's not really much meat left. And I think 3 bolts will be more than enough. And if one day I see that indeed I do need a bolt here, I can always change. Maybe put a small in or something. But whatever. Let's install 3. This will be better on parallels. I don't really see the need of tapping all the way through this piece of material here. If I do more or less half, that will be enough. So what I think I'm gonna do, take out this one. And then install 8mm drill bit. And cut out half. And to do so, all I have to do is raise the table, bring my drill bit down, and then install here 0. Come on. And then drill down to 7.5. And then give a cute little chamfer. And I'm ready to tap. I will have to stop this little project right here because today is Friday. And Friday is also the day that this video has to come out. And as you can see, I have still to edit it. But I will show a little bit the idea, even if it's not finished. I hope it will work a little bit. Let's clean up the shit over here. Something like this. And then of course I have these bolts that I can put in here. a bit the idea of the two-part vise, the two-piece vise, of course. Now, before I use them, of course, I have to square them up with a square or with an indicator or something, and I can put them in whatever direction I want. All I have to do is to buy some new hardware for it and make peanuts. And then I will finish this project another time. But there's also good news. I received stickers this week from Mark, from the English hobby machinist. Now, Mark, he's located, I think, in the UK. Who would have thought? And when I check his channel, what I see is a young man having lots of fun in his workshop. And he's making model engines, these little steam engines. And please check him out. Of course, as always, link in description. And Mark, as you can see, your sticker is already on the cheap door.